We all know the AZ-104 certification for Azure is a huge deal in the IT world, but there's always this gap between reading the textbook and actually being able to do the job. It seems like watching tutorials isn't enough.
Well, that's the core of it. You can't learn to swim by reading a book about water. The only way to really prepare is by implementing real-world projects. You have to get your hands dirty.
I see. So let's start with the absolute basics. The AZ-104 exam covers core services like Azure Virtual Machines and Azure Storage Solutions. What are these in simple terms?
Think of VMs as the powerful, flexible computers you rent in the cloud. They are the engines that run your applications, and storage is the warehouse right next to it. It's where you keep all your data with built-in security, backups, and redundancy. You can't have a useful engine without a reliable fuel tank and cargo hold.
That makes sense. But just having an engine in a warehouse isn't enough. You need to connect and secure them. That's where I hear about things like Azure Virtual Networks, or VNets, and Azure Active Directory.
Exactly. VNets are like building the secure roads and private highways within your cloud city. They control who can go where and keep things isolated. And Azure Active Directory, or Azure AD, is the digital passport and security system. It verifies every user's identity and decides which buildings they're allowed to enter.
So you've built your city and have a security system. How do you manage it all without it becoming a total mess, especially as it grows? I'm hearing about automation with ARM templates and monitoring.
Right. This is where you move from being just a builder to a city planner. Automation with ARM templates is a non-negotiable skill. It lets you define your entire infrastructure in a file, so you can deploy 100 identical setups with a single click. It's about consistency and preventing human error. And Azure Monitor is your city's surveillance system. It watches everything, alerting you to traffic jams or power outages before they become major disasters.
Interesting. So you're not just reacting to problems, you're ahead of them. This also brings in Azure Security Center, which sounds like it ties everything together from a safety perspective.
So Unified Security Command Center, it scans your entire environment, points out vulnerabilities, and even helps you enforce security rules automatically. It's the vigilant guardian that works 24/7 to ensure the whole operation is secure and compliant. These three, automation, monitoring, and security, are the absolute pillars of any efficient cloud operation.
Okay, so we've got the infrastructure, the security, and the operational efficiency. What about the big picture stuff? I'm talking about managing costs, preparing for disasters, and making sure the services are always online for users.
You're talking about governance and business continuity. First, you organize everything into subscriptions and resource groups, which is like setting up different departments and projects in your company. That helps you track costs and apply rules. Then, you implement Azure Backup and Site Recovery. That's your insurance policy. If a disaster strikes, you can restore your data and services with minimal downtime.
And what about keeping things running smoothly for the end user?
That's where load balancers and application gateways come in. They are like the ultimate traffic cops. They intelligently distribute incoming requests across all your servers to prevent any single one from getting overwhelmed, ensuring your application is always fast and available for everyone. It really completes the operational picture from top to bottom.
This is a lot to take in. If you had to boil this down for someone just starting their AZ-104 journey, what are the absolute key takeaways they should focus on?
I say there are four main things. First, get your hands dirty with the fundamentals, virtual machines and storage. That's your foundation. Second, master networking with VNets and identity with Azure AD. That's how you build a secure and interconnected environment. Third, embrace efficiency. Learn to automate with ARM templates and set up proactive monitoring. It will save you countless headaches. And finally, think about the bigger picture. Use subscriptions for governance, have a solid backup and disaster recovery plan, and use load balancers to guarantee high availability. Master those areas, and you're well on your way.